Okay, overall in the game, it was, first of all, you look at Southern Utah and it's exactly what you saw on film. Tough, hard-nosed group of kids, play extremely hard, well-coached, and you watch them all year long, and that's why we saw the first half. We jumped up, and they had that happen to them 4 or 5 times last year, and we were able to come back and win games. So they'll keep you on edge with the way they compete and the way they play. So my hat goes off to them, and a great group of kids, and Ed and his staff do a great job. So as far as we go, first game, talked about the youth before the game. A lot of youthful mistakes that we need to correct if we're going to continue to get victories. But it's a great win for us without question. A lot of young men played, especially in the second half, which will help us to evaluate a lot of different positions, from the running back position to the defensive line to the linebackers. A lot of young men got snaps, so that's a huge positive. I can go on and on, but overall it's a good, solid victory for our program, and it's where we needed to be tonight. And when we kicked it off, we were hopeful of this outcome, and that's what we got, with a lot to learn from.
How impressed were you with Joe Hill tonight?
Joe Hill, yeah, great to see. He got the game ball. He was player of the game for us, without question. He was explosive, which we always knew. His ball security was very good, which needs to continue. And he can block pretty good too. And I'm proud of the way he carried himself in that setting for really the first time, being a featured young man. And we sat down Kerwin, obviously, at the end of the third quarter, and Joe handled it very, very well. Still got to find that next guy. It's still a big, big question mark for us. Still looking.
First quarter, it came out a couple of big pass plays for touchdowns. How did that set the tone, and you expect that from a guy like Keaton and the receivers?
Yep, that's what we have to be. I think if we're going to sit back and say year in and year out you're going to run the football the way you ran the football last year, it's going to be hard to do, period. And I haven't seen the stats yet, but it's not typically how we run the ball. We need to run the ball effectively, but it's a major, major emphasis to throw the ball down the field. Chuck Jacobs, Matt Austin, in my opinion, are tremendous receivers with great ball skills, and their big plays waiting to happen if you can find your spots in the right position. And early on, we were able to do that, and that needs to be an identity for us, and that should loosen up the defenses for the run game. And we need to throw the football effectively to reach our goals for the season, without question, this year.
Any idea how serious that Achilles injury is?
I do not know for sure yet, so I don't know where he's sitting. We'll do a full evaluation and see what the docs come up with at the end. So
next week, you're playing Utah.
Can't I just have like an hour, Tony?
I'm sorry. Well, it's not on. Well, here's the question.
Yep.
It looks like this is the last time Utah's coming to Romney for a long time. Does that ramp up anything for you guys? Does that mean anything more?
No. We're playing a quality opponent. We absolutely know that, and I don't know how they did tonight, but I'm sure it went really well for them. And they're a quality football team. A tremendous challenge for us. It's an in-state game, which is important for us. There's a lot of kids that know each other on that field. So it'll carry a lot of emotion, and it'll be kind of like the first game again. You just worry about kids handling their emotion and carrying their emotion the right way. I thought we did a decent job with that tonight. It'll be a challenge next week. It's one of the best defensive fronts in the country. That's what everybody tells me. So, and I've seen them physically, so they look like they could be those guys. I haven't spent that much time watching them yet, but it'll be a tremendous challenge. It's something we're looking forward to, and they're coming here, and